Yo, what up, Kegger? It's Keg, it's Kush, it's football day in America. Got a little Monday Night Football to talk about. We got some bets there. We have week 8 recaps. I got a trivia question if I remember to tell you. We could touch on Thursday Night Football. And then we got a free show tonight, don't we, Keg? We're just going to get back to doing free stuff. We did have a whole weekend with just the members. Got a lot of people signing up now, and I think that it's time to get more people signing up. So we got the Steelers and the Giants tonight, my friend, and I'm looking forward to the broadcast and winning some money. It was a good weekend for you too, wasn't it?
What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the public show. We'll lock in tonight. So I did some math. The website between all the handicappers is currently up 80 units in the month of October with an average bet size of less than 1 unit. That's pretty good.
I'm only up 29 units. How's that possible?
I mean, I don't know. Do you tail
Think about that for a minute. I'm up 29 units. That's insane.
Pretty. Yeah, I'm up 50 on the month. We're up 80 as a team. And the boys are killing it. I'm doing well. We're locked in right now, man. We're locked in.
I was down about 2 units yesterday. So that's on me not tailing. I tailed every one of your plays. I just tailed someone else too. And he had a bad week for once. But I must say, man, I've never had a month like this. And I'm sure it'll just continue. That's it. You're just too good. So let's dive right into this. The very important question. Last night on the subscribers show, for those of you that are not subscribers, you didn't get a chance to see this. Keg ordered $70 worth of burrito tacos.
God, yeah.
Had that taste, man. I've been looking all day. I've been looking forward all day to seeing how those they tasted because they look.
You're trolling me right now, aren't you? You're trolling me right now?
No.
So I get off the show, Holden. I'm ready to partake in those 4 birria tacos. I got a pint of rice. I got a pint of something called corn tamalito.
Yep. How was that?
I get off the show. I look at my phone, and there's a message from my sister that says, hey, just to let you know, that food that you ordered was canceled. It must have been too close to the time that they were going to close. So it's not coming. It never came. And I just about lost my mind.
Quick question. Why does your sister know that your food's not coming and you don't? Or is it top secret?
No. It's not top secret because the DoorDash account that I order from is linked to her email address. So she got the notice. I didn't get the notice. So you want to know what I ate last night, Holden?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yes.
You did?
That's exactly what
How did I know? It's the old staple, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I had an omelet the other night. I wasn't going double omelet again. So I ate a peanut butter and jelly. But let me tell you, my guy, I'm ordering those tacos tonight. I don't care if we win or lose. I'm ordering those tacos.
Yeah, we're going to win. So don't worry about that. Great to understand now the taco story. We got it out for the subscribers. If you're watching right now or you're watching on delay, make sure you hit the like button. Bang, smash it. After that, YouTube channel, subscribe, bang, turn on your notifications. You like the bang? And then pow, $59.99 a month, $599.99 a year to get in on the best live bettors in the world right here at Nuke the House. Okay, buddy. Thank you, Fathead. Appreciate that, pal. Good to see Jason Graham in here and Daniel Berry always in the house as well. Let's do some Monday Night Football, pal. And you rarely see games where the number just never moves. Now, all week, the Steelers were favored by 5.5. They moved it to 6 today, but everywhere else, the line has stayed the same. The total has stayed the same at 36.5. So we go into this game. We've seen a game out of Russell Wilson. We saw Pickens be a better quarterback or a better wide receiver. We saw the Steelers defense tighten up in the second half. On the other side, Daniel Jones can't win on Monday Night Football, right? I got an under on Devin Singletary rushing yards, 34.5. Defensively, they have issues, but here's what I want to caution everybody with. The Bucs need the Giants really, really badly, and the Bucs win more than even Keg, believe it or not. Talk to me here. What are we looking at tonight on Monday Night Football, Keg?
Yeah. So I kind of think that this line is a little much. 6 is a lot. You're right. Daniel Jones, especially him, is not very good in prime time, and especially on Monday Night Football. But I think 6 is a lot, Holden. I think they can hang around within 6. Do I think that Russell Wilson and the Steelers are going to be as good as they looked against the Jets last week, where they hung 40 and they looked like, it was the right move to make the switch from Fields to Russ? I'm not sold on that. Do I think the Pittsburgh's a good team? I do. Do I think that they have issues right now? No center. I was talking to Maddie, who is a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He said they have issues with the right guard, with the right tackle. So they're banged up. And I think you're going to see a lot of Najee tonight. I think you're going to see a lot of Jaylen Warren tonight. But I think that the Giants' pass defense, and honestly, their defense as a whole, they're in the top 20 basically in defensive EPA per rush and pass. I think they can hang around tonight. If I was going to bet the line, I would be taking the 6 tonight. And I'll lean under. It's a Pittsburgh Steelers game, and Daniel Jones is on the field. So definitely lean under. But I do think that this might be a point too much. I probably would have had this line closer to 4.5, 5 at 6 if you could find it. Probably a little value on the Giants.
I want to bet the Giants so badly just because the books are on them. And I think if the Steelers come out and take a 3-0 lead, we'll get the 7.5. And that's when I really want to hit it live. But, for you, even leaning toward the Giants here makes me feel even better. So that's what we got. And I don't think, and maybe the number's passed at 30.5. I just don't think Singletary is going to be able to get going here. He came back from the injury, didn't look good. Tracy's starting to eat into his workload.
He's better for sure.
You think Singletary's better than Tracy?
No.
Tracy's better than Singletary.
I think he's a better running back. Yeah.
Yeah. And Singletary was actually pretty good at the beginning of the season for the first 5 weeks or so. Then he got hurt. But to me, it is Tracy. And it'll probably be Tracy in the passing game if they fall down big.
I'll tell you, in terms of player props tonight, there are a lot of things that I like in this game that I had to stop myself from hitting the button on. Like, I think we're in a good spot tonight on the bets that we're on for our subscribers. But what I plan on attacking early in the game, if we can get a cheap discount off the first series, is I think Danny's going to be on his bike tonight. Yeah. I think Pittsburgh's going to be in the backfield a lot, and his rushing yards are interesting because I could really see him take off a lot tonight. I'm hoping that it's not on the first series, and then we can evaluate on the live show and maybe hop on. Also, George Pickens. I just don't see, if Russ throws the ball a lot tonight, I think Pickens is going to have a day. I don't think there's anybody in that secondary that can truly cover him. So I think that, Pickens up to 90 or 100 could possibly be a thing that you and I end up getting on tonight.
Okay.
And then Neighbors. Like, my only problem, I know he's a target machine, but man, that Pittsburgh defense is really good. And so I struggle to want to get on New York Giant weapons tonight because I respect the Pittsburgh defense. But I would assume at some point tonight, you and I might be talking about Neighbors also.
What about a Wilson plus Danny Jones over 1.5 interceptions at plus 180?
I like that. I don't mind that. Because in the Discord, I said, anybody have a line on what Jones 2+ INTs are? We couldn't really find it. But I mean, over 1.5 at plus 180 for those two guys.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. Yeah, that could definitely happen tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking at just the straight lines on this. Danny Jones to throw an interception, minus 130. Russell Wilson to throw a pick, Minus 102 is the best number I'm seeing out there. So that's something you would have to give the green light for that, but that's something I definitely like. We do have a question from Jared, though. He goes, Keg, given the Giants O-line and the Steelers being fantastic against the run, what do you think about one of the Giants backs going for 25-plus receiving yards and 40-plus? Steelers have a track record.
What does he mean, though? 25-plus, 40-plus, like in each half?
Like Tracy just going for 25 or more receiving yards, maybe 40-plus receiving yards in the game. Singletary.
Oh, he's talking about the running backs?
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, because you have to think that Jones is going to want to get the football out fast. That offensive line for the New York Giants is not good by any means. They were bottom, I think, 5 in preseason expectation going into the year. They haven't looked much better than that this year. So, yeah, he could get the ball out in the flat a lot tonight. I don't hate that.
So we got a guy asking, where is that? And I just put a quarter unit down on it just to have a little bit of fun. But where's the interception? Wilson Jones over 1.5 plus 180. That's a BetMGM. So if you got BetMGM, do that. Matty's betting the bag tonight. He's loving the Steelers.
I was talking to Matty for like a half hour about the game because he's locked into Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he is. So you're not with him though.
Yeah, we like a lot of the same stuff tonight. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody in the chat said, what about the longest receptions? And I was trying to find, Neighbors receptions 21.5. Where the hell is Pickens? Do we not have a Pickens longest receptions? There it is. 23.5 at Caesars, 24.5 at MGM. So basically 24.5 around the industry. And you think that Neighbors is a guy that's going to go over there, huh? Okay. I hear you, fathead. I hear you, man. Just 22.5. I agree with you. He's going to have a hard time getting the ball with the volume, but 22.5 is not a lot for that kid, Keg.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Pickens could nuke this game.
I hope you're right.
I got a feeling that he could go for 100+ tonight.
Oh, I'm smelling a little Discord action later today. A little Discord action. Okay. We're buying into Russell Wilson getting Pickens the ball for 2 straight weeks.
Well,
Isn't Deontay Banks covering him too, like the ultimate sieve?
I mean, he'll probably float around all night long. But I like where we're at right now with our Najee and Warren props. So,
okay, if you want those bets and more, sign up for Nuke the House. Right now, we are back in business. You'll get a whole bunch of stuff. Game plans with Keg just goes and breaks down 5 or 6 of his favorite games a week, including tonight's Monday night game with live betting targets, pre-flop targets as well. You get all our MMA content, baseball. Natty's he's putting picks in there for game 3 of the World Series tonight. That's going to be spectacular too. I can't wait. I might have to bring another TV down here just to watch that game. I'm so excited about it. So
speaking of the game plans, we got a couple guys over the last couple weeks that have taken them and hit a couple 20-to-1 parlays doing their own thing.
Moly.
That's
impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive. All right, buddy. Let's get into what we saw in week 8. Now, I do have a trivia question for you, and I don't expect anyone to get this.
Okay.
So Antonio Pierce comes out and says his Raiders have no offensive identity. I think I know what their identity is. It's garbage. They average 1.57 yards per carry against the Chiefs.
Is that bad?
That's an identity. You can't run the ball. Their lowest such average in a game since week 11, 2016. One team averaged less yards rushing per game this season in a game at 1.1 yards per rush. I'm pretty sure we were watching the game together. Name that team. It was week 4 against the Dallas Cowboys. 1.1 yards per carry. Is he frozen?
No. No, I'm thinking. Sorry.
Who are you texting? You were texting somebody. Who was it?
No. My phone is over there. No.
All right, that's it. I'm just going to say it. The Giants, week 4 against the Cowboys. And tonight, the Giants play the Steelers. So good luck running the football. That's all I can say. Only the Giants have been worse in a game this year running the football than the Raiders. Okay, The Cowboys suck. Can we just discuss this for a minute? I know
Sure.
there's a ton of injuries. I get it. Cooks is out. Parsons is out. Lawrence is out. They're missing an offensive lineman. But, boy, there's no way Jerry Jones saw this coming. I thought at least they'd be a 9-8 team. This is a really bad team, Keg. Like,
Yeah.
bottom of the barrel right now.
I said when we did our divisional previews,
Yep.
I said, do not be surprised this year if the Dallas Cowboys win 7 games, because it was the worst offensive line that Dax had by a mile. The defense, incredibly banged up now. They have one legitimate weapon. They have no running back at all. I mean, what do you expect? It's a bad football team. It is not a good football team right now. So, yeah, I think they're a 7-win team. I really do. I think that we're going to see some changes in Dallas at the end of this year, Holden.
Well, look who we got in the house. Our boy Ramon, Card Addicts in the house. Good to see our boys in here. Jared, Pittsburgh, 3rd in EPA rushing defense, which is why I went on the under with Singletary. But let's get going here. Okay, next game, next team I want to talk about, Ravens. So they lost to the Browns. Another late game collapse. Jameis Winston with a big touchdown pass. Now, Mike McDonald's not there anymore, is he, Keg? He's in Seattle now. And their new defensive coordinator, they have averaged last in passing defense, 291 yards. Second, actually tied for most touchdown passes alone, allowed 17. They've given up 40 completions of 15 yards or more, most in the NFL. So we talk all about the Ravens, how great their offense is. They've had a couple special teams blunders, no question. They've had a couple. And then we've got the Ravens blowing that. Their defense is a mess right now. And for those of you that think they're going to win the Super Bowl, that needs to shore up, and it needs to shore up fast, Keg.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, can you think of a more stark of a difference than what the Ravens defense was last year? How good they were last year, easily top 5 in the league without question. And to where they are right now, it's not good, man. And and don't get, that's all Mike McDonald. I truly believe that. Can we take a moment to appreciate Jameis Winston for a second? Coming off the bench, Deshaun Watson could not do anything with that offense. Jameis comes in. He hangs 25 in the second half of that game against what many people believe is a top 2 team right now in the AFC. So shout out to Jameis. I'm very happy for him that he was able to get the win. The big problem with this team, the biggest issue that I see comparing them to teams like Buffalo and especially KC right now is KC's defense is legit. They are very good. They're playing even better, I think, than what their preseason expectation is. So Baltimore, I think you're right. If they really plan on winning a Super Bowl, they are going to need to shore up the defense in the second half of the year. And I'll tell you what, Holden, that did not look like an MVP to me yesterday at all.
No, he had a down game, no question. But, the Browns are without Amari Cooper, too. They trade him, and Winston still went out and did what he did yesterday. But they have Njoku back. He really is a big part of
he's
that
so
offense.
good.
They got Chubb. They're 2-6. It's going to be almost impossible for them to dig out of that hole. But I think they're going to be a lot more competitive going forward.
You know who the best team in football is?
Can I think about this for a minute?
Go ahead.
I mean, I'd say the Chiefs, but they're not because of their offense. So Buffalo?
Detroit, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Detroit,
you're right. I should have known that.
Football. They really are.
They're just waxing people, and they can play defense, but offensively, they're unstoppable right now. That 2-headed monster in the backfield. Amon-Ra St. Brown, they'll get Williamson back, and it's just everything, man. And they finally got Laporta going.
They hung 45 points at one point yesterday, and Goff had 28 passing yards.
Yeah.
That they are about as complete of a team as you could be. The one loss that they have on the year is Fugazi. That Tampa game was Fugazi. I mean, I know everybody's going to continue to say KC because they have the best quarterback probably in the history of the sport. But man, for my money right now, I think the Detroit Lions are better than every single team in football.
Maddie's throwing out a 55-1 to you. Pickens over 100. Anytime touchdown under 5 catches, 55-1. So that could be kind of fun, Maddie. Maybe I'll throw it in there. I'll tell you tonight. Just have some fun. Hey, Nuke the House, we are open for business. Make sure you check us out, nukethehouse.com. Sign up, $59.99 a month, $5.99 a year, $5.99.99 actually. And you get $120 off the year with the yearly subscription. So it's definitely the best deal that we're going to give you. You want to sign up for a week, $19.99, fine, whatever. Keg hates Lamar and Denzel Washington. True.
I don't hate either. Okay.
You hate Denzel Washington and you hate.
I hate that he's in the Gladiator movie. Yeah. Yeah. I do.
How'd you do in NASCAR this week?
We have not lost a NASCAR race in 5 weeks.
Oof.
So we did good. Another sweep, another weekend sweep.
That's pretty good. All right, let's move on to our next one, the Jets. So I rarely, if ever, watch ESPN stuff, just their games. But I watched some of the NFL show they have with Orlovsky, and he broke down the tape on Rodgers. I mean, obviously they have issues play calling, but this guy's just missing open men. Simple as that. And it's not just throwing to open men, missing them. It's like Devontae Adams, wide open, ends up throwing it to Breece Hall out in the flat. Basically no gain. End zone. Garrett Wilson, wide open. Doesn't see him. Rodgers is a mess, dude. I don't think we see the best of Aaron Rodgers anymore. He is completely washed.
I probably got 24 messages this week from people in our Discord that were like, Keg, the Jets can't possibly lose to the Patriots, right? And my response was, what have you seen from the New York Jets this year to make you think that they can't lose that game?
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good football team. The defense is not playing as good as we thought that they would. Rodgers is way more washed than people thought that he would be. Saleh gone. You got the uncertainty in the locker room, new coaching staff, or at least a new head coach. They're in trouble, man. They are not a quality football team. Mm-hmm. So it's absolutely no surprise to me what happened yesterday at all. I don't think we're going to be good holding until we finally, for the first time in 40 years, draft a true number one quarterback. Until that happens, this is what we are, man. We suck.
Bring back Vinny Testaverde in his prime.
Yeah. Give me Vinny right now in his prime. Yeah.
Not happening. Sure. Vinny Testaverde ain't walking through that door. I do want to talk about the Chargers too. So Ladd McConkey yesterday, 6 of 6, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. We talk about Neighbors. We talk about all these great rookie wide receivers. This kid has been impressive and almost as impressive as anyone. I know that Neighbors has been super impressive. The guy's catch radius is like off the charts, but Ladd McConkey and the Chargers, this is a good football team, Keg. The Chargers are a team you're going to have to reckon with. They could win a game in the playoffs. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They're not asking Herbert to do too much. They got a nasty, nasty defense. They got a really good running game. Another Harbaugh with some issues in special teams. But, man, this team is legit. And they're sitting here at 4-3. I like them more than the Broncos. The Broncos look great against Bryce Young yesterday, and they're 5-3. And that's one of the biggest shockers to me in the league, if not the biggest shocker in the league to me. But I'm so buying in on the Chargers. I know they're in third place in the division, but this team's got everything you need to get to the playoffs. I
think you just made the perfect comparison to what they are. Like, if you put the Chargers side by side against Denver, they are the same team, but one of them has a rookie quarterback and one of them has a legitimate franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. But they remind me very much of each other. And the big thing about the Chargers this year is their defense is legit. I mean, that is what they don't have to, even when they're not locked in on offense in a game, they don't necessarily have to be, because that defense is good enough to stall drives and give teams problems. I'm impressed.
Let me say this. They haven't beaten a team with a winning record at the time that they played that team. They beat the Broncos 23-16 here, right around where I live. They lost to the Steelers on the road. They lost to the Chiefs at home. They lost to the Cardinals on the road. They smashed the Saints. But this defense is going to keep them in every single game. And they're, you know what? Their schedule is really easy coming up. At the Browns, home against the Titans, who could be the worst team in the league, home against the Bengals. Then you get the Ravens it's the Harbaugh Bowl. Did you notice that? I just realized that. Falcons, Chiefs. The end of the season schedule gets a little bit tougher, but they got a chance to clean up right now and get maybe a 6-4, 7-3. This is a good football team. And then there's what's up?
The one thing I'll say about McConkey is yesterday was a little misleading. I mean, he's basically like a 40-yard a game guy, and he broke one for like 60 or 65. So it looked a lot better, I think, than it probably was. But he's been a nice addition for a young kid, no doubt.
Yeah, he's a terrific possession receiver. And he's got 6, 5, 5 receptions in his last 4 games. He's getting used, man. He's getting used. He's getting targets, a team that doesn't pass very much. And I know he had a 60-yarder, but he also had a 37-yarder this year. He can be explosive. I'm a big, big fan. All right, just so you know, we got a free show tonight, letting everybody watch. Nuke the House right here on the YouTube channel, 8:10 Eastern Time. Keg will be on. I'm sure Iowa will be here. And then I'm going to stop by about 20, 25 minutes into it on the way back from swim practice. Hopefully you're not placing too many bets, because we've got a very high speed limit here and I'm trying to get home, but I have to tail the bets, Keg.
We're good, buddy. We're not making any more bets until we're live.
Well, no, that's the whole thing. When we're live.
Oh, right. You're not going to. Right.
I'm driving. It's a 75 mile an hour speed limit. I'm trying to get home a little faster than that.
By the way, like that picture that you sent me of like the view, like by your house, makes it honestly, it turns my stomach. Like when I walk outside my house, like I walk down the street and I'm stepping over fucking people laying down on the ground. Like, I mean, you're looking at mountains. It's like the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen.
It's pretty nice. I mean, that's where my kid practices soccer. There's foothills and a reservoir there.
It's bullshit. I don't like it.
Well, it's a beautiful place to live. That's why everybody's moving out here. I want to play something for you, Kegger. I want to play something for you because I must say Anthony Richardson is a complete debacle. So before I play this for you, yesterday, and this guy's just a mess. Seriously, what are they waiting for? I know they have to play him, but he was awful yesterday. God awful yesterday. Like Shane Steichen even said, we're evaluating everything. He went 10 of 32, 175. Worst accuracy for a quarterback since at least 2011. Can you believe this guy? He's got all the talent in the world, but he never played in college. He just played a handful of games. He's learning the position. He's highly inaccurate with a great hose. Are you giving up on Richardson yet?
Yeah. I don't think he's very good. He does not have the ability to read a defense, in my opinion. And I know he could throw 80 yards, but he is by far the most inaccurate quarterback currently starting in the league.
Yep.
And when I thought, because he came out of nowhere, do you remember that draft?
Yeah.
He, like, nobody was talking about him. And then all of a sudden, one day, you heard his name and they're like, yeah, top 10 pick. And I'm like, what? Who? Anthony Richardson? Get a life. Yeah. I mean, he I don't know, like he is going to have to play more because he did not play very long in college. That's the one problem that these kids, the big disadvantage that they have is they don't play 3 years in college anymore. They don't play 4 years in college. Some of them play 13 games and then they're supposed to start on an NFL level, and they're supposed to move the football against the best defenses on the planet. That doesn't translate. That doesn't track for me. So these kids need to stay in college more. He's not very good, Holden. But here's the thing.
I want to play this for you, though.
Your dilemma is,
do
you give up on the first round draft pick 9 games into his career?
Sometimes you got to know when it's not working. Listen to what this dude said yesterday after the game. Remember when he went to the sidelines that we thought he got hurt and Flacco came in? Listen to this.
Man, tired. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of running right there, what I did. And I don't think I was going to be able to go that next play. So I just, just told saying I just needed a break right there.
The dude took himself out of the game because he was tired. That was a lot of running around right there. So I tapped my helmet and took myself out of the game.
That's tough. That's a tough look. That's a tough look, Holden.
Dunsky. You know what? I was all about giving Richardson a chance. You can't take yourself out of the game because you're tired. You get hurt, you take yourself out. You get injured, you take yourself out.
Yeah,
you're tapping out because you're tired?
Jared said it took Josh Allen 3 years to figure it out, but at least we saw glimpses that Josh Allen was going to be the truth.
100%.
We got nothing with this kid.
That is absolutely unacceptable. His ass should be benched just for doing that. Hey, don't admit that next time, Richardson. Don't admit it. Hey, why'd you come out of the game?
You know what? You know what compounds it? You got the best backup quarterback in football just sitting there right behind him.
You just can't do that.
What do you do? What do you do?
You
give up?
Here's the deal.
Think about what a first-round pick is worth to a franchise.
I know. Well, he's worth nothing, though. And they're 4-4. They have a legit shot of getting to the playoffs with Flacco. I don't know how much damage they can do, but they have a legit shot of getting to the playoffs. I would bet on the Colts to make the playoffs if Joe Flacco was in there. No way in hell I'm betting the Colts to get to the playoffs with Richardson.
They can make the playoffs if Flacco starts next week. Yeah, 100%.
We'll see what they want to do, though. They really are caught in a pickle, but after listening to that guy say that, you can't say that, man. You can't take yourself out of the game. Run the ball.
Are you
too tired to hand the ball off?
You know where I land on it? I think that you have to give the kid a legitimate shot to be successful before you just yank him.
He's got 2 more years on his rookie contract.
I think he's got to start this year, and I think he's got to start next year.
All right. I'm trying to get to the playoffs. Like that right there just makes me sick to my stomach. How do you say that, bro? How do you
That's
say
bad.
That?
I've never heard that before in my life.
Again, you can just hand the ball off. That's all you need to do. It's not that difficult. All righty then. Like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's growing. We're happy. Chiefs need to trade for Deontay Johnson, buddy. This team's got nasty, if not the best defense in the league right there. Would you say top 5? I'd say top 3. They can't throw the football. Kareem Hunt's getting tired too. If you watched that game yesterday, not only do the numbers tell you he's getting tired, he just looks slow. And he wasn't getting anything against the Raiders. Now, the good news is in 2 weeks, they'll get Pacheco back. But every online doctor that actually watches these games, my guy, Dr. Chow, who used to be the San Diego Chargers team doctor, they're like, it's going to take a couple of weeks for him to get back into the mix too. So there might be a couple of weeks, but I think Pacheco, everybody said, oh, Hunt's going to take the Hunt's not taking the job from Pacheco. They need to get Deontay Johnson.
Honestly, I don't hate that call.
I know that DeAndre Hopkins is the possession receiver that they just picked up. They need to get Deontay Johnson in there. That kid eats up targets. He's got yak.
He would be
put him out there with Kelsey.
Yeah, he would be Rice. He would fill that role perfectly. Yeah,
they need to do that. I know they're saying, third round. I'd give up a second-round pick if I'm the Chiefs trying to get this kid, because all of a sudden your offense is no longer one-dimensional. They are a one-dimensional team right now. Mahomes is a guy. He's running, but this is a guy, and they're winning because of their defense. Every game he's throwing a pick. every game, Kev.
If you look at his numbers this year, that he don't look like an MVP either, if we're being honest.
No.
You know?
He's the guy they got to get. Now, they might not want to trade for another wide receiver. They might think Nuke is the guy. Nuke showed up on Thursday, okay? And he still played 20-something% of the snaps. Just because he didn't perform this week and maybe even next week, I'm not worried about it. They want Hopkins ready for the playoffs. That's when they want Hopkins ready for. But you can line up Johnson, Hopkins, Kelsey. All of a sudden, you got a decent offense, decent passing game.
Yeah.
They need to do it.
I like that. I like that.
Worthy deep. So there you go. You got it, Veach. It's on me, buddy. NFC West. Did you see the standings there?
I'm about to right now.
The Cardinals won yesterday.
Three
went
teams.
to Miami and won. 3 teams 4-4, and the last place team is who?
The Rams at 3-4.
Yep. Now the Niners are going to get healthy. They look like dog shit.
I know, dude.
Right? But once they get CMC back, I think their offense is going to completely transform. I really do believe that.
Jordan
Defensively,
Mason.
they've got some issues. And then the other thing is that the Rams are in the mix. I still don't trust the Cardinals going forward, but I think the Rams have a legitimate shot of winning this division. We already picked up the ticket on the Giants or on the Niners. I almost want to hedge with the Rams to win that division with the 2 big wide receivers back.
Well, I'll tell you, I think Arizona is the worst team in that division. Like I would say Niners number 1. I think Seattle and the Rams are real close for number 2 and 3. And then I would put the Cards the worst out of the bunch.
Seattle's
Jordan Mason's made out of tinfoil, Holden. Legitimate tinfoil.
Let's not talk about him. I got beat by a Hail Mary. I didn't need you to bring up getting beat by Jordan Mason. Okay.
That Hail Mary. I saw the video. Holy Christ.
And I thought Jordan Mason 2 weeks ago or 3, whenever it was, I thought that was going to be the worst beat of the year because he got injured after just racking up all those yards. Not even close. I'm counting up my winnings. I got it done. This dude rolls out. There's a holding call that's not called. And that to happen, just a joke.
That ball could not have bounced in a better spot for that guy. Crazy.
Last one for you, pal. Then we'll get you out of here. Thursday night football. I don't think we probably looked that deep into it, but you got another Jets game, pal. I'm going to try and get my buddy Nick Ferguson, who played for the Jets on Thursday night. But they got the Texans, the Jets, and the Texans. And the Texans are in some trouble, too, because now Diggs is out. So Houston at the Jets. Diggs is out. Collins is out. So basically, you're down to Dalton Schultz, Tank Dell. They're just going to have a ton of Mixon in that game. Like all the Mixon bets right now. He is so productive, Keg.
I concur.
They are not going to be able to throw the football. That kid had a great year last year. Stroud's not the same guy, and he doesn't have his top 2 weapons.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on Mixon. I think it's going to be a heavy dose of him if they want to win the game. I mean, I guess the line seems right to me. Without Nico, without Dell, no Dell. No Diggs either, you said? All
no
3?
No Diggs and no Collins. Dell will be in there.
Oh, so only Dell. Okay.
Only Dell, Dalton Schultz, Hutchinson, and Mechie. These are their guys. And now, the Jets are favored by a point with a 42 total. You want to back the Jets by
the Jets are plus 1.5 right now at FanDuel.
What are we doing? I don't care how bad the Texans offense can be. It's going to be every bit as bad as what we see with the Texans. And the Jets might be worse with the lack of weapons, even though Stroud doesn't have his guys. Like, that's just a fishy line to me. Something's going on. I want to see where the money's coming in, but for the Jets to be favored in any game is shocking.
You got cluster injuries, right? I mean, like when 2 starting wideouts are out, it compounds the effect that it has on the betting line. So you probably move 1.5 points. Actually, no, Nico's worth probably a point now. So you probably moved that line about 2 points just based off the fact that they don't have Diggs and Nico Collins. And yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I would lean Houston, but I think the way to go in that game is what you said in the beginning. Joe Mixon is a gigantic part of that team, and especially with those weapons out, he might have 25 carries in that game if that game is close and competitive. So I'm with you there. We're probably going to be on Mixon on Thursday.
I know that he was hurt for a game, but he has been their offense.
Oh, he's
in
been
the running
incredible.
game, the passing game. Forget about it.
Yep.
Incredible. They utilize him perfectly. All right, buddy. Here's what we got tonight, right? 8:10, our first pitch for Monday Night Football. So we got that going on. 8:10, live show, free for everybody tonight. We're going to win you some money. It's going to be a great night. Smash the like button. Pow! On a membership. $59.99 a month. $599.99 a year. Best value. You want to try us out for a week? Fine. $19.99.
Are we giving out a free membership tonight?
You want to do that?
Why not?
Free membership tonight. Just remind me when I show up. We'll give it out.
One lucky guy gets a free month.
One lucky guy or gal, or a he or she or they.
And then at the end of the month, I bet you they sign up, Holden.
Yeah, well, it's been a pretty good retention rate, my friend. And again, for those of you that have been begging to sign up, we're open for business, man. Go to nukethehouse.com, sign up. It'll be great. Monday Night Football coming up next at 8:10 Eastern. And then again, game 3 of the World Series. I was talking with Matty today. I dropped the YouTube short on his play. Yankees -1. I think that was his second best play, but that's my favorite play from him. Yankees -1, even money Bet Rivers. I don't care that Judge is not right. Shohei Ohtani's not right. And when Shohei Ohtani's not right, that team ain't winning tonight in the Bronx.
Okay, I like it. First thing you guys got to do, I know you're asking, just be in the YouTube chat tonight, and then we'll let you know what you have to do. Just come
Good
watch
question, King J. How will the free membership be given out? We're going to take nudes. And for those of you that look the best naked in a mirror, we'll give you the membership. No?
That's not going to happen.
That's not it?
Nope.
So you're going back on your promise to me.
We're not doing that. We're definitely not doing that.
We're definitely.
Nope.
All right, friendo, let's get out of here. Live show tonight. I'm excited about it. 8:10 Eastern. For Keg, I'm Kush, and we will continue to nuke the house.